Good Sunday afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Overcoming Obstacles with Jayda James here on IntellectualRadio.com. I want to thank you all so very much for tuning in with me today and every Sunday from 4 to 5 p.m. I feel so blessed that I get to see you as you get ready to prepare for your work week. The format of this show is very simple. I want to help you overcome obstacles and discover the phenomenal within. So, I'm going to be sharing tips, tools, and strategies with you so that I've learned over the years and through the leadership and guidance of others as to help you motivated, inspired, and excited about achieving your goals. Another way that I'm going to do that is by bringing on the phenomenal women and men that I have been blessed to know in my life and allow them to share what makes them worth knowing. So I would like to share going on in the world that affect us daily. So I will be highlighting some of those issues and talking to some of the unsung heroes that deal with them every day and bring solutions to some of them as well. On the second Sunday, we will be overcoming obstacles that plague our youth and young adults. We will talk about these issues with no sugarcoating, stresses as well, marriage, divorce, and all that good stuff. As a teacher, we've taught our children what the needs are, food, and over the past couple of years, we've been teaching that love is also a need. So we know that relationships and your interactions with other people are so very important. And seeing as how this is a topic that many just cannot seem to overcome, I'm going to do my best in my part in helping us overcome this obstacle as well. Finally, the fourth Sunday will be overcoming obstacles in health, fitness, wellness, and self care. So last week we had mixed fit instructor Marshawn Martin on with all things fitness, and Dr. Michelle Meeks called in and discussed some issues regarding health and wellness. So if we happen to have a fifth Sunday, then we'll discuss some other issues that are out here as well, things that we are dealing with every single day. I just have to say how excited that I am to have been blessed with this platform. I pray for the ability to shine a spotlight on people that are out in the world being phenomenal. And I honestly had no idea how I was going to make it happen, but it wasn't about me making it happen. I just had to ask and then wait. And so while waiting, I maintained my faith and I wasn't quiet about my desire. And that's something I pray that we can all do: ask, wait, and press on because it is coming. What you are seeking is coming. So, all right, today, with it being the first Sunday of October, and we are in the fourth quarter, you all, I cannot believe that 2019 is almost over with.
It is.
It's almost over with, and we're going to be entering 2020. I dubbed 2019 the year of expectation, the year of preparation. So I think 2020 is going to bring about some magnificent things, not just for me, but for those that I'm around as well.
Okay.
So I'm excited about the new year. But since it is the first Sunday of the month, we are going to be discussing overcoming obstacles in society. And one of today's issues that we're going to be talking about is that of homelessness. In the studio with me is someone extremely dear to me. Her name is Felicia Franklin.
Hey.
Now, Felicia is a life skills manager at Renaissance Collaborative. And I just want to welcome Felicia.
Thank you, Jada. The pleasure is mine.
Thank you so much for joining me today. I think we're going to have fun. It's just two cousins talking.
Yeah, thank you for having me. Yes.
So my first question would definitely be, what is Renaissance Collaborative and how long have you been there and what do you do there?
Renaissance Collaborative is a 501c3 organization, meaning non for profit, focused on social impact. We house 101 residents who were previously chronically homeless. We offer a workforce program, including maintenance, front desk clerk, and landscaping.
Okay.
hmm
And so as a life skills manager, how do you assist the people that
Wow.
that live there?
Well, when I think of life skills, I think every day, every minute of the day, we fight to form healthy life skills in our interactions and our relationships on the job, in the family, and even with ourselves. Self care is so
Hmm.
important. So that is a lot of my focus with the residents. Self care. After time with chronic homelessness, people have to reestablish living and daily life. Sometimes just shopping
Hmm.
is a chore. Learning how to buy groceries, budget, pay your bills on time, shop for the right things and not the wrong things. And it's so many issues that we cover. I help the residents to expunge records if they need to. I give them referrals. Of course, I help with the home care, decorating, and things like that. We do a monthly inspection where we make sure they're keeping the units proper and things like
So you
that.
all actually provide a place for them to live.
We do. We provide single room occupancies, meaning there's only single adults, no children, no families.
Okay. Very interesting. I know that if you have not dealt with this issue head on personally, then you probably have a lot of misconceptions as
Absolutely.
to how or why a person is homeless. So, what have you come across with the residents at Renaissance where you see maybe a trend or some of the top reasons that they have found themselves in this situation?
That is an absolutely wonderful question because most people consider homelessness synonymous with drug use and that kind of thing, the derelict on the street. I have heard so many stories from divorce, losing income through jobs, death in the family, domestic violence. It is so many stories behind homelessness. It is not just one.
So, I mean, many of us could probably be one situation away
Absolutely.
from being homeless.
Absolutely.
Yes, and I think about that often. Even sometimes when we do, when I'm in the car with my kids and we do see the person that's standing on the street
Mhm.
asking for help or change or something like that, I just say, look at them, take a look,
Yeah.
and you probably wouldn't be able to guess why they're right here at this moment.
You probably could. And I can tell you a funny story. You brought that to mind. My daughter was around 10 years old at the time, and it was a Thanksgiving. And we were on our way home, and she had an extra plate she had packed. And we stopped at the gas station, and it was a guy leaning on the garbage can, writing something. And she said, Mom, can I give him my plate? And I said, Wow, Kayla, that's mighty nice. I said, You're not afraid of him? She said, No, it looks like he's writing down his goals.
Kayla would say that.
I said, wow. Okay, so the irony in the situation and where I work now is yes, I have them to structure goals, map out a plan, a way to get there because it's necessary. So she
Absolutely.
wasn't really that far. She wasn't that far off.
Absolutely. I mean, out of the mouths of babes, we know sometimes kids see things we don't see.
Absolutely.
I think that I know for me, having never to have personally dealt with homelessness, I still think about it. And I think what it does for me is it humbles me. And it not only makes me appreciative, but it also makes me grateful. And it
Yes.
makes me want to work harder to keep what
What you
I have.
have, yes. One of the things I came in the door, and I have only been there a year, a little over a year,
Okay.
but it feels like forever
Hmm.
because the program is so rich. Came in the door trying to focus on with the tenants is gratitude.
Hmm.
After time and being chronically homeless and someone giving you an opportunity and a key,
Mm.
let's focus in on where we can be grateful at. And like you said, that's an everyday chore for all of us.
Hmm.
And so I think about it when I think of homelessness in the spirit of we all can be homeless sitting in a home, in a house.
Mm.
Homelessness is a spirit of sorts. How many times have you found yourself not able to rest, feeling like you're just out in the cold when it comes to many issues?
So it's not about just having the shelter.
Right.
but it's also about taking what we might call a house
Mhm.
and turning it into a home.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. And that means the people that are there, the people that you allow in,
Mhm.
and the interactions that you have. You know, your home should be full of love,
Mhm.
full of your character. It should speak to you when you walk in. I work with the residents in that they put something personal on the wall. It was actually last year, well, this year in January, we had the vision board thing.
Mhm.
After I came to your vision board party, I went and had them experience that and had them put everything they made on the wall. So it was absolutely a wonderful exercise.
Mhm.
And they seem to really enjoy it. And when I do the inspections on a monthly basis, I see their little vision boards on the wall and things like that. So it means a lot.
So how would a person get involved with Renaissance if they find themselves homeless? Do they just come to you, or does someone have to refer them to you all?
Well, right now they have to go through CHA
Okay.
because Renaissance is in collaboration with HUD, and they can apply online
Hmm.
and pick the Renaissance. There is a list of properties that they may be able to live at, and the Renaissance is one. So once they fill out the application there, we are notified. We interview them. The people have to have a disabling condition. So
Hmm.
we work with those who may have mental disorders, physical disorders, and that kind of thing. So once they get online and look at the website, they pick the Renaissance and we'll contact them from there.
Oh wow. Okay.
Hmm.
Okay. Again, so very interesting, and knowing that we've all seen a homeless person, perhaps we have
Yes,
been involved in what we might consider a community service act where we have, we say we're going to feed the homeless, things like that.
absolutely.
But
Yes.
I think we have to start to have a bigger idea of what homelessness means. And even when you just brought up the fact that you kind of have to teach them how to turn the house
Into
into
a
a
home.
home,
Yes.
because wow, some of us could be homeless right
Right
now,
now.
even
Yes.
though we have the shelter. So that is very, very deep. I hope everyone is getting the most out of this current conversation that we are having regarding homelessness and just trying to have a better understanding of what that means and what that may look like, and how we are going to move forward now that we have not necessarily a better, but maybe a different understanding of this particular issue. So, thank you so much for tuning in to Overcoming Obstacles with Jada Tennille James here on IntellectualRadio.com. I am sitting here with my very special guest, Miss Felicia Franklin, who is a life skills manager at Renaissance Collaborative Incorporated, who she just explained they currently are affiliated with HUD, and they supply residency to people that are considered homeless. So we talked a little bit about. So would you say, or what would you say, how much does mental illness play a part in someone finding themselves homeless?
Wow. It plays a significant part because I think, you know, there are levels to mental illness. And at some point, it was so extreme in America where they simply locked people up in asylums and things like
Hmm.
that. And once they took away a lot of the mental health grants and care in hospitals for people, they did find themselves on the street
Hmm.
without a place to go. Even family members are not certain how to deal and cope with their loved ones with mental illness. So it plays a
Yeah,
major
I thought about
part.
that because a lot of times when we are making assumptions and we're coming up with our own reasons as to why we see someone is homeless, we may say, well, they could just call their family
Yeah,
or they could just call a friend,
yeah,
you know, I, and you have to then think, what if that family is considered done?
yeah. Not able,
Yeah.
not able. A disability is, a lot of people think of a disability as a physical or mental condition, but the disability is actually in the community
Mm,
when we don't make a ways and means to service the people that live with us.
hmm
And so when the services drop and there's no one available to help supply mental health services, then yeah, we have disabled our community.
and we have a lack of knowledge, so
Yeah.
then we perish.
And then of course there's the stigma because everybody think if you go to see a therapist or a psychiatrist, you're quote unquote crazy.
Hmm
But at some point in life, who isn't crazy?
Exactly.
You know? And so yeah, our youth are suffering a lot as well. Because
Mm.
if you do mental illness early on, you can really prevent the severity that promotes homelessness.
Mm.
Mhm.
And I tend to think of the African American community in particular and how we honestly do not address a lot of those
We don't.
things. And
We
I
don't.
see it as a classroom teacher, working with second graders who come to me
Wow.
7, they turn 8 throughout the school year. And when you see certain issues,
Hmm.
and we're told as teachers not to
Hmm.
diagnose because we are not
Wow.
doctors. So we cannot tell a parent, well, I think your child may have XYZ.
Wow.
And so we just have to learn how to deal with it, the
Wow.
behaviors, the outbursts, the different things that we see. And it makes it difficult.
I bet it does. So you have to develop the skill hands on,
Hmm
but then you can't report out.
No,
Wow.
but I have to figure out a way
Hmm.
to understand it, work with it, and deal with it.
That is such a great area. I heard recently that the Chicago Public Schools were going on strike, and some of their demands was more social work
Hmm
in the schools, and I
Yes,
think that is a very, very good cause. I
yes.
mean, it's necessary. The one thing I like about the Renaissance Collaborative is that it is a comprehensive, holistic approach because it's not just homelessness that we are dealing with. We're dealing with a person here,
Exactly.
and so the needs of that person becomes priority. And everyone is individualized, much like a teacher does in the class. Every student is different.
Okay.
And so when you have mental health needs, and then maybe even, I would say, companionship in its own right, not relationship,
hmm
but when you talk with people and just listen to and try to understand where they at and how they feel about almost anything,
hmm
it becomes significant in helping them heal and helping them heal. At some point, you have to let people be okay with being who they are. If they're different, they're different, but let them be who they are. And maybe, just maybe, you can touch someplace where they can start a healing process. Because anyone who has been chronically homeless, and like you said, even at ages 7 and 8,
hmm
those children may go to a house, but they may actually already be homeless.
Yes.
You
Yes.
know, if they're not getting their needs met emotionally, spiritually, and physically, then they're basically in the street.
hmm
And then the street takes them and raises them, teach want them to know, and that kind of thing.
hmm
And so it's really, really important to listen to people and let them be who they are. Let them be where they are. And just take some understanding and see what you can do to help move them forward.
And I think, yeah, that's one of the things that I love about the Facebook group, Phenomenal Black Woman, that I created, in that
Yes.
I try to get the women to understand that, yes, we are coming from different backgrounds. We are coming from different socioeconomic statuses. We're coming
Yes.
from different religions, even. However, there are some things that make us the same.
Absolutely. We're human.
Exactly the same, right?
Yeah,
And I think a lot of times we tend to forget that
we
we are
can.
probably more alike than we are different.
I believe that. When you take all the mask off and look at the roles that you play. I know we do as women play a lot of roles.
Yes.
So we wear all of these hats and at the end of the day, in the middle of the day, we have to switch up and that kind of thing. So I
Mhm.
think we do have to realize at some point you have to have some place where you can manage yourself and just be you.
Hmm.
Just be yourself.
Yes, that was one of the reasons I think the group became so popular,
Hmm.
and that it was just a place on social media because
Wonderful
a lot of
group.
people want to be on social media, and that's fine. But where a lot of us, I don't think, found a place where we could fit in Facebook, Instagram, all these places, whether it was due to our age or, our race, our gender, whatever the case may be. And so I created it just as a place where we could come to support one another,
Absolutely.
inspire one another, love on each
Yes.
other every day. And so I
Yes.
think and that helps. We hear a lot of stories in the group as group administrators. We get a lot of stories just about what they're going through
Absolutely.
at that moment.
Yeah. That's
I
good.
can't get out. I'm
Hmm.
stuck in the house because due to my illness, due to my situation,
Hmm.
and getting on this group really helps me to have a place. They feel like they're talking to their girlfriends. They feel like
Yes.
they are just around a bunch of lady friends and they're just talking and getting their story out. A post sometimes just allows them to get their story out.
Jada, one of the wonderful things I found about your group, Phenomenal Black Women on Facebook, is that you can be yourself, but it's more that you believe someone is listening.
Hmm.
And that's so so important. One of the things I notice is that you respond right away and your administrators are on point. You don't let anybody's anything get past you. If someone is grieving, if someone is celebrating, if someone gives birth, or
Yes.
even like you said, if someone is in trouble,
Hmm.
I've seen it where you've had inbox me and that I'll give you some information and that kind of thing. So that's an absolutely wonderful, wonderful platform. Absolutely.
Thank you. And I really, really want the women to have that place.
Yes.
A place like
Yes.
Renaissance. I'm pretty sure. Where exactly is Renaissance located?
3757 South Wabash in Chicago, Illinois.
So we have this place, amongst others, I'm sure,
Hmm.
where people can go,
Absolutely.
where people can depend on getting some of that help that they need.
With that being said, I do believe the heart of the agency is Patricia Abrams, who is a woman, and she has put together this coalition between four churches in Bronzeville to
Okay.
save the YMCA, which is one of the oldest YMCA's in Chicago. Um, the Great Migration from the South for our people
Hmm.
was in Bronzeville at the YMCA.
Hmm.
So there is such good collaboration in there. The spirit is really to heal, to help, to support, to inspire, to motivate, to encourage. I love your smile. I love your smile. And
Yes.
I picked up on that right away. So I know this is a chosen place.
Okay.
And for the people that come who are troubled and confused and just need a safe place, it is there.
Hmm.
It is there. And comprehensive, dynamic, holistic piece with health and wellness. We have a health and wellness manager. I'm the
Okay.
life skills manager. And then we have an employment education manager. So
Okay.
at the same time, we all are working with these people in these areas to help them gain balance and see where they want to go. Some people has went on and got their GED. We employ people and refer
Oh.
people for employment. We work with the community,
Hmm.
and then they must have an annual physical and
Oh,
get
okay.
all health needs met through their physicians.
Wow.
Yeah, and so we keep record and make sure things are done properly for them, and it empowers them, because I believe sometimes I've seen it where they're surprised that we care.
Yes, right?
That
I can only
yeah,
imagine to have a team of
a team of
people.
people.
If you're coming from a situation where you've been fending for yourself,
Yes,
you've been out here possibly,
going
asking
without.
for asking strangers on the
Yes,
street for things,
yes,
and then to have a team of people
hmm,
come, surround you and say, I'm going to help you with this, and she's
yes,
going to help you with that, and he's going to help you with
absolutely.
that. I'm pretty sure that could be quite overwhelming.
It is, but I have seen them embrace it and really just exhale and
Yes,
let them sit there a
breathe.
minute. Just breathe. We got you.
Wow.
We care. you know? And that
Wow.
means so much. I mean, sometimes that can mean more than $100 bill
Hmm.
just to know someone cares about you.
Because, like you said a little bit earlier in the show, in that you're teaching them how to now live again.
Absolutely. Yeah.
And so sometimes I think in now in learning more about the Renaissance Collaborative, I would like to hand them a card or this flyer from the Renaissance Collaborative
Yes, ma'am.
as opposed to giving them $1. Because
Please
I
do.
think this flyer would mean so much more and probably
Please
lead them
do.
to so many more dollars
Absolutely.
than this $1 that I have to
I
give.
did bring some brochures because not only that $1, but it is outlined where it is $603.50 to support one person for a whole year.
Wow.
I can imagine people spending that money in
Multiple places.
I'm gonna say a week. Okay, I was gonna say a day, but I say a week. You
Yeah.
know, so we are looking for donors to help because it is a non-for-profit organization, and all the help we can get is needed. And $603 would care for a person getting back on their feet, learning how to live again
Wow.
for a whole year. So it's outlined here where we provide the mattresses, the moving necessities like pots, dishes, and linen and things like that, work uniforms when they become employed, and car fare when they get the job and have to go.
Okay.
So
Do you all take donations of arts?
in
Okay.
all kind. If you actually want to donate a set of pots,
Right.
yes, absolutely, all
Okay.
kind.
Okay. I'm sitting here, the wheels are turning.
Yes,
The
turn
wheels
them,
are turning
turn
because
them.
once you see an opportunity where you can help and provide something for someone else, I think that's the huge part about smiling when we
Yes.
learn how to support, motivate, inspire, love, and encourage. And if you can do that, running up to Walmart and buying a set of pots and then
Hmm.
donating it to the Renaissance Collaborative,
Absolutely.
I think that that's a huge thing. And it's something that we do have to show our youth. It's something
We
that we
do.
do have to teach our children. And so that that whole idea of giving and giving unselfishly
Hmm.
can continue throughout our communities.
And that's the key word, community. When you help one person, you help your community
Mhm.
where you live at. It takes a village,
Mhm.
and sometimes all of us have to pull in, not knowing that individual. But because they are one of ours, we have to care.
Absolutely.
We have to care. It's about community. And I think we need to get really focused on that again. So many people, with the economy and things, I understand where everybody is fending for themselves. But if everybody spread it out a little bit,
Mhm.
it'll be better for everyone.
Absolutely.
Hmm.
We are learning so much here on today's show. Thank you all for tuning in. You have been listening to Overcoming Obstacles with Jada Tennille James here on IntellectualRadio.com. Our special guest today is Miss Felicia Franklin, who is a life skills manager at the Renaissance Collaborative. And what they do there is they help those that have been dealing with chronic homelessness to readjust to life and get situated in a home and learn how to live in society once again. It
Absolutely.
had if you haven't been listening, then you kind of missed out on some of the key points that we've
Hmm.
discussed as far as homelessness and what how it is that we should view it, how it is that we should look at homelessness and how it is that we should then try to tackle this societal issue that we know we have.
Yes.
How would you say the city of Chicago has dealt with this issue possibly being a part of the Renaissance Collaborative and seeing it from that
Well,
perspective?
sitting from my seat, and I've learned so much since working with the Renaissance Collaborative, they can do better.
Okay.
They can do better. The money is allocated in different ways for different reasons, and some of it is politics as well.
Hmm.
But they can surely do better. One of the things I'm very proud at the Renaissance is I've become a gardener.
Okay.
We have an organic garden on site.
Okay.
And so I formed a garden club where the residents come out and plant. weed out, harvest, all of this. And it has been an extraordinary summer. We
Okay.
have collard greens overflowing, green tomatoes
Oh,
every
wow.
week, zucchini, Swiss
Wow.
chard. I mean, we have really done this summer well. Um, I like it and I love it for the residents because they seem to find a sanctuary
Mm,
there. We put out chairs and a table where they can go out and just sit in the morning. One of the residents take advantage and drink his coffee out there every morning. I'm kind of jealous of that. I could just go out and sit in the garden every morning, get my day started. But it is so, so wonderful.
it sounds amazing.
It's an investment. I'm looking to grow next year and possibly even join a farmer's market where we can
Hmm.
get some fresh vegetables out to the community and also maybe make a little money with the harvest that they really, really work really hard on.
That
Yeah.
sounds amazing. And
Hmm.
like I said, the wheels are turning, and just sitting here thinking about how I can, pull my resources, and I'm definitely going to seek the assistance of my phenomenal Black women,
All right,
and
y'all.
we are going to
Yes.
do our best. And I every year I try to find a group, an organization, someone that we can bless. And I'm so
All right.
thankful for learning so much about the Renaissance Collaborative and just
Mm-hmm.
realizing
Mm.
I did not know
It's big.
how much we could possibly help.
We need it.
Yeah.
We need it. Like I said, the city can do better, but I do believe it's all up to us in its own sense. We have to be accountable for our own behavior
Hmm.
and how we get these things together and invest in them ourselves. I don't really like to hone in on how they're not doing their part. I like to spend my energy thinking about what more can I do.
Absolutely. I just come solution driven
Yes,
and just know, yeah,
yes,
we know there are problems,
we
but
do.
as opposed, I mean, we can vent sometimes and we can sit here and we can talk about it, but I think God blessed me with this platform so that we can come up with
I
solutions.
agree.
I think that with the following and with the assistance of the people that are just out here on social media
Yes,
is
it
huge,
is.
and it has become a way for people who don't know to find out.
And so they do know the Renaissance Collaborative does have a Facebook page. So
Okay.
everyone can like the page and keep up with what's going on.
So I would love to see that. I would love to talk to
Hmm.
Felicia in about a week and find out what has happened with their Facebook page, to find
Good.
out if there has been any more interaction or if anyone has reached out to
Okay.
find out how they can help more. So all of you have heard here on Overcoming Obstacles with Jada Tennille James on IntellectualRadio.com how you can go on to Facebook, look for the Renaissance Collaborative, and like their page and possibly find out a little bit more, learn a little bit more about what it is exactly that they do and how they are affecting the community in a positive way.
Absolutely.
So I think that is amazing. Now, Felicia, I know that there's a gala coming up this week.
Yes, yes,
I'm excited.
yes.
I've got my hair
I
appointment. I
know,
got my
right?
dress. I am ready. But I do believe that there's a gala coming weekend that you can tell us a little bit more about what's to be expected this Thursday.
Oh my goodness. So it is the Founders Day dinner. And we are coming out at TRC and asking you to come out. It's a benefit and fundraiser. The tickets are $175, but you will get to know and meet all that we do at the Renaissance.
I'm excited.
Yes. So it is Thursday, October 10th. It's still time to get tickets. It starts at 6 and it is at the location 3757 South Wabash.
Okay. I'm
Yes.
super excited. And just to find out simple things, little things, the 600, and what was that amount again?
$3.50.
$603.50
Yes.
donated to the Renaissance Collaborative would help take care of one resident for an entire
An entire year.
year. And to know that amount, it may seem a little large to some, but if you think about it, if you really break that down, some of us pay that in a cell phone bill,
Yes.
a cable bill.
Yes.
I mean, these little luxuries that we have,
Yes.
and that's a monthly bill.
I mean, and then we can pool together with the group of people that we know too, and everybody put in $100 or $50 and come up with that. I just think it's so worthy to give someone hope again.
Absolutely.
I can speak to my own experience in needing the encouragement and hope from everywhere that I can get it from. And 23 years ago, yes, I was blessed to begin a journey in recovery from substance abuse. And you talking about homeless. And I got plenty of family with beautiful homes. And I was able to come and stay, but I was still homeless.
Mm.
And so the women that gathered around me in my life and said, "You're better than that. You're going to be better than that. And you're going to do what you need to do," they encouraged me to believe it. And I did.
Mhm.
And so when I see the ladies at the Renaissance and the gentlemen too, I'm that person giving back what was so freely given to me. And I want them to believe that because it can happen.
Absolutely. And to know that Felicia is my cousin. I'm definitely not ashamed to say that.
Mm-mm.
Felicia is my cousin, first cousins. Her
Yes.
dad and my mom are
Sister and brother.
siblings. And to just know how the phenomenal flows through our DNA
Yes, it does.
it really does a lot for me. And although we may not speak every day, she's on her end doing phenomenal things. I'm
Yes.
on my end doing phenomenal things. And we have other
Yes.
people in our family that are out here rocking and rolling and doing their
Yes.
best to make a
Absolutely.
positive change. So to know that all of that can come together and affect someone in a wonderfully positive way does a lot for me. And just to know that, I mean, we all have those moments where we want to stop and give up.
Yeah, we do for sure.
And so to know that even learning a little bit more about what it is that you do every day, and
Every day.
knowing that, we have other cousins and relatives out here
Absolutely.
working hard every day,
Mhm.
just it helps to motivate me to say, you know what, I got to get up.
You have to. And it's so much bigger than us. And I
It
found
is.
that out in this journey called life. It's so much bigger than me. You can't give up because you got other people counting on you. You're necessary for them in their lives. And so you got to keep it going. My granny told me, rest her soul, you do what you got to do. And it's that simple.
Absolutely.
It's so much bigger than us. And I take great pride, I mean, in working with people, knowing that, and you can look in someone's eyes when you're working with them and you know you're making a difference.
Yeah.
If it's just for that moment, you're making a difference.
Hmm.
And that means so much to me. I have been certified by the states for 20 years now in counseling those with addictions. And so going over into the Renaissance and being a life skills manager there, that has served me very well because while it's not synonymous, it is there. Those who
Hmm.
struggle with addiction uh, are homeless, and some homeless do struggle with addiction.
Hmm.
And so it's been very gratifying to work with people, helping them understand that they can stay drug free, they can build their life again,
Hmm.
and they too one day will be able to give something back to the community. I mean, it's an epidemic out here now,
Hmm.
and some of it is by design.
Hmm.
We got this legal marijuana thing coming now,
Yeah.
but it's some lives that has been ruined because marijuana was not legal before.
Hmm.
you know.
Hmm.
And so for people to just get a hold of what's really going on in the political world and understand they have to take some responsibility for their own behavior and their decisions.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Because those
I love it.
decisions, they do affect, they ultimately affect that everyday person
Yes.
so greatly,
Yes.
you
You
know.
and I.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so I think that just learning so much today, this afternoon, about the Renaissance Collaborative and hearing your perspective as not just an employee there, but someone who is
Hmm.
hands on
Yes.
with real people that are dealing with real issues.
Absolutely.
And the struggle is
The
real.
struggle is
We
real.
say it jokingly sometimes, but the struggle is real. And I think that that could very well be my calling and my purpose in
Mhm.
understanding that if we can overcome these
Yes,
obstacles,
ma'am. Yes,
then we
ma'am.
can start living that abundant life that God talks about, that abundant life that is written in the Word. So
It's already promised.
I'm excited about coming on Thursday.
Yes, ma'am.
I'm excited about the gala. I'm excited about just learning a little bit more and meeting more people that are involved with the
Yes,
Renaissance Collaborative. And I'm pretty sure this will not be the last time that I talk about you all and
I
that
believe that.
we have some things. I'm definitely going to see how Phenomenal Black Woman can collaborate and get some things going in there.
Real good. So
So,
let me give
yes.
you a little more about my job as the life skills manager
Okay.
because I have fun too.
I'm sure you do.
And I have fun teaching people how to have fun, right?
Right.
And so I've started an annual softball game. So last year, this year, we did. And these people can play ball. They have so much fun out there just being themselves. I've heard some say, wow, I haven't done this since I was a teenager. Oh boy, this feels good. So when you help get the adrenaline flowing in a healthy way,
Right.
it kind of helps to break that cycle of drinking and drugging that flows to addiction or even depression,
Hmm.
and so those kind of things I like to do. I bring them together for Thanksgiving dinner.
Okay.
So we do a potluck thing where everybody sit down and we make up the tables and sit down as a family. It was surprising for me to hear from some last year that they've never done that before.
Wow.
We're talking about 40 and 50-year-old people,
Hmm.
and they've never done that before. So it does my heart good.
I
Really
bet.
does stretch myself out and share myself with them.
Hmm.
I've been so blessed in my life. I can't complain.
Right.
So and introducing people to a new way of living, and some not rehabilitating but just habilitating because
Right.
they've never had some of these experiences. It is just amazing.
Wow. Wow. I'm amazed just sitting here talking about it and listening
Hmm.
to it.
Hmm.
It's getting me excited about the things that I know I can do,
Yes, you can.
the ways that I know I can help
I believe
and
that.
assist. So, like I said, I'm going to call all of my phenomenal black women. I'm
All
calling my
right,
phenomenal
y'all.
black men as well. I'm
PBW.
calling all the people that I know. I'm charging you all to kind of, even if it's not for the Renaissance, you can definitely do more. We can
We
all
can all do more.
do more.
Yeah.
And I think that this show has highlighted the different ways that we can help, the different things that we can do
Hmm.
just to say I'm doing my part,
That's all.
because we know we can't do it alone, and we know we won't solve the whole problem
That's
in
correct.
one day, 1 week, 1 year, one lifetime. But to know that you did your part, I think, is one of the things that we want you all to get from this show. Know that you can do your part and start thinking about how it is that you can help. How, what organization are you going to start thinking about?
Absolutely.
If it, like I said, if it's not the Renaissance Collaborative, it has to be something that's dear to your heart, something that's close to you, that you're going to be passionate enough to say, I'm going to give to them this year.
Hmm. Hmm.
We're closing out 2019. We'll be entering 2020. And whatever it is, however it is that you feel you can make a difference, that is what I'm expecting you all to do. So I want to thank you all for tuning in to Overcoming Obstacles with Jada Tennille James here on
Yes.
IntellectualRadio.com, where our special guest today has been Miss Felicia Franklin, who is a life skills manager at the Renaissance Collaborative, a place where they will assist someone that has been dealing with chronic homelessness with readjusting to life,
Yes.
rehabilitating themselves so that they can become productive citizens in society.
That is our mission.
So I'm super excited about learning more, doing more, and just always being a part, always being a part. So, listen, if you feel like you have something to offer on one of the many topics that I discussed earlier at the top of the show, I want you to please follow me on social media at Jada Tennille James. That's Facebook, Instagram, and LinkedIn. And you can also take a visit to my website, www.jadatjames.com, or you can email me at beanovercomer@jadatjames.com. So I'm overexcited about my first publication, Obstacles, that was released March of this year. And my second book, Overcoming Obstacles Through Prayer,
Can't wait to get
is
it.
on pre-sale right now. So I am in this fourth quarter and I need you to be in it as well. I want to thank you, Felicia, for joining me today.
You are so welcome. It is my pleasure.
It has been extreme.
If I could just say to you, because when you did release your first book, I bought 5 copies off the top,
Yes,
right?
you did. I'm like, my cousin better than your cousin.
But 4 of those copies is at Four Ladies Homes in the Renaissance.
Wow.
Yes,
Okay.
absolutely.
That's very humbling to know and
Absolutely.
hear, and hey, whoever I can touch.
Before we get off of this show, I must mention the Senior Village. The
Okay.
Renaissance Collaborative is under an umbrella, and the seniors are included. There is a 96, I believe, 1 bedroom apartments at Senior Village, which is another location where the seniors experience the absolute same benefit.
Oh, okay.
Coming from homelessness, needing a place to stay, they are loved in that part of their lives. I think that's even more precious than anything because our elderly are often abused, misused, and neglected at that stage in life. So the senior village offer the life skills and all that is necessary, even transportation, the grocery shopping,
Mm-hmm.
activities, fun
Oh,
planning,
okay.
all of those things happen for the seniors. I went over there to one of their get togethers and they were stepping tougher than the people down somewhere else. I was like, all right, seniors. Yeah, but it's an absolutely beautiful thing. It warms my heart. So the
Okay.
seniors are included,
Okay. So the senior village is just.
a part of the Renaissance
Oh,
Collaborative.
okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Sounds amazing. So they would take the same type of donations and help
Absolutely.
and okay.
Absolutely.
Do volunteers get to come? So like for the seniors,
Yes,
is it possible that we could like do something around the holidays with them
you
or
absolutely can.
okay.
You absolutely can.
All right. So again, those wheels get to turning. We get the guests in here and we find out about what it is that they do. And that's the whole purpose of this format, I do believe, that God has given me.
Yes.
So we're going to definitely keep talking to the phenomenal people that are out here doing the darn thing every day
Every
and
day.
just making positive things happen in other people's lives. So again, thank you so much. I look forward to seeing you on this Thursday.
You will.
And I look forward to my social media following. I look forward to all of the people that are out here, those 5,000 friends I have on Facebook, and
Yes.
those over 40,000 phenomenal Black women that I have
Yes.
in the group. I look forward to you all reaching out to me and finding out how we can come together and help other organizations such as the Renaissance Collaborative. I
Thank you,
want to
Jada.
thank you so much, Felicia, and I look forward to finding out more and learning more.
My pleasure.
Thank you all for listening to Overcoming Obstacles with Jada Tennille James here on IntellectualRadio.com, where I believe that together we can overcome
We
anything.
can.